So we are in this hotel in Barcelona. I'm documenting our journey for our subscribers. It has two beds. It's as if they knew I was coming with my son. The bigger bed, which I will sleep, because I'm the area grandfather. The smaller bed, where Dr. Ufoma will sleep. Simple hanger. That's the street outside. And people keep pouring in because it's a tourist center. Foma, how has it been? You are the one recording me all the time. So how has it been?
It's been nice. We got a very good place close to the hotel. I went out to eat some good food, and it was nice. We'll find a good place to go to tomorrow.
We need to enter that tourist bus.
Yes, but we have to get the tickets online first.
I hope the weather is good.
Yeah, if it's too sunny, it might get it might be too much. Yeah, we can stay in the lower deck of the bus.
Okay.
But
So
it's been really nice. I'm glad you came to Barcelona.
yes.
I wanted to go to Valencia, but yeah, I'm glad you came here.
So me, I left my wife. We are here. The boys are traveling, but we will go. When are we going to Germany with your family?
On the 27th, I think.
Okay. So on the 27th, we'll go to Dortmund to meet the other half of the Apoki family in Germany. So I used to philosophize with you. We'll just walk out into the Olori factory, sparkling. We'll go and philosophize. Now we've taken it to another level. How do you feel?
There's nothing different. We still talk about. I think we still talk about the same things.
Life.
Life in itself. Why people. I think I'm quite a curious person. I like asking questions because I think when you ask questions, then you can get to understand things better and find the answers or possible solutions, and or know where things are wrong and try to possibly fix it. So I've been used to. I think right from when I was younger, I was always asking questions. Maybe you especially, and it's a thing that has also developed to these later stages in life. Yeah, it's mostly asking questions and trying to find why things are the way they are. Um, uh,
Does
ge-
it does it uh, does it bother you, or are you curious about how people miss it, where people miss it, when people miss it, and why countries miss it? Because what we saw here now, development has been is centuries old. Streets planned, orderliness. We saw a man whose dog pooed, and he brought out a polythene from his pocket, and went to pack the poo of the dog.
yeah, that is common practice. Regarding to how countries miss it,
Or
uh,
individuals.
okay, individuals, it's that can be quite tricky because uh, there are a lot of things that are outside our control. There are things we can control, like the decisions we make, the choices we make, and the people we choose to associate with. A lot of things are also outside our control. People's decisions that affect
The
us,
parents that give birth to
the
you,
parents that give birth to you
where
when
you
you
are
were born,
born.
and stuff. So, for individuals, it's
In that book,
mm-hmm,
Outliers,
mm-hmm.
um, he talked about some children born at some particular months that they have a comparative advantage over children born later. Those born in January of a year
Mm-hmm.
are bigger, they will be more mature than people born in December, but they will be categorized as 1 year. They born in the same year.
Yeah.
So, and then those born near great institutions, those born into families that have education and that have, you see somebody like Bill Gates and the rest, they were not just sudden flights in successes.
No, when people try to compare themselves with Bill Gates or let's say Mark Zuckerberg, that they dropped out of school.
Uh,
They dropped out of Harvard and dropped out of very big schools. And Bill Gates, for instance, his father was like very well to do and very well connected. So him dropping out to do something else, and
they
not
had
just
they had access to computers, the evolution of computers from those cards to the PC. They had access to it, had access to places to practice close to university
yeah,
campuses.
not just dropping out of
Recklessness.
let's say dropping out of a Uniben, like where I school, or let's say we're dropping out of a certain environment. Even if you drop out, you're not just dropping out because you are fed up with school or you are going to do something worse than what you're dropping out to for a higher course. So yeah, this like we visited some rural areas in Romania where they probably like to where there's probably nothing much to stimulate you. If you grow up in places like that, maybe you might be prone to uh
Being at the base of the
yeah,
pyramid.
being at the base of the pyramid. But when you grow in societies like let's say you're in more developed
Communities.
environments like in Bucharest, in Barcelona, you see people that
Even
would
in Lagos,
in
King's
Lagos.
College, Baptist Academy, or even in Ogeli, Government College,
Yeah,
Ogeli.
you'll see people that would that can inspire you. You see models like when you're walking on the street. There's you wouldn't see, let's say, someone sleeping on the street, for instance. So or someone not doing well. Like most people you might come across might be people that are doing okay, and that will stimulate you. That would act as a propellant for you to, let's
But
say,
there are people not doing well in
of
every
course,
community.
in every community, you
Yes.
will always see people not doing, but at least the majority are taking the right decision. So you'll be prone to go towards that line as well.
So you see, you started reading very early.
Mm-hmm.
You started using the computer very early.
Mm-hmm.
You started typesetting my books very early.
Mm-hmm.
You started business very early.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you had your own company before you came to Europe to school,
Mm-hmm.
before you went for NYSC, the National Youth Service. What were the kind of influences that made you to be like that?
To be mostly parental influences.
Okay.
Uh, my mother dragged me into that. Me, of course. Okay. Also, I was curious. I was curious about most things. I think I also liked to um, create things like create something new out of nothing. So maybe that was why I was attracted to um,
Computer.
computers and let's say typing those books and further creating my own
The,
books.
the 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 computer was in the sitting room. Nobody went near it. You went near it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then I had to employ somebody to teach you.
yes,
Now you have a PhD in it.
yeah.
Um, some of our children, when children of African descent, when they come to Europe or they are born in Europe, I feel very happy and I feel very proud working with you, taking this journey with you, having this fun with you, doing YouTube together, and doing business together with your mommy. Uh, what do you have to tell African children who suddenly want to gain independence and just drop out of the family and end up badly?
Mm, most families where you okay, if a family puts in effort to let's say spend money on your education, there's a structure that was set out. There's a structure that enabled that
To
and
happen.
to happen, and maybe because they placed emphasis on education, the importance of education, and to just suddenly break away from that, it's necessary for children to gain independence, but there are values that are there are certain family blessings, there are values that families maybe have, which might be important for you to, in as much as you want to gain independence, those might still be relevant in guiding you on whatever path you want to take. And it's good to be independent, but then it's not
Good
the
to be.
best.
It's not good to be rebellious
Yeah,
and to be a deviant.
being independent doesn't necessarily mean you go astray from your family values and family structure.
Like this Schengen visa that enabled me to be traveling now.
Mm-hmm.
It is independent nations that came
Yeah, that came
together
together to
to
form.
promote European values.
Yeah, with seamless borders,
Yes.
seamless trade.
You
Uh,
still do, like, you are independent. You have your wife, you have your child, and you are going to have children. You work, you have your life to live, but you do business with your mother. I do business with you, and you still, from Europe here, contribute to the management of the schools in Ugeli and Okokoko. So that you are independent does not mean you should forget your family legacy.
yeah.
There is one family, or Lagbegi family, I think in our very prominent family. Their father will always tell them, always remember whose son you are. Always remember we are Nigerians. Always remember we are Africans. Always remember there are values that we have that make us stand apart. I met somebody from Switzerland who came in from Dubai today in this hotel, and he loves Nigerians. He loves Nigerians, and the wife was asking me where she could come and shop in Nigeria. Why are you laughing like that? Why are you laughing like that? They love Nigerians. So we have values that we can promote, that we can protect, that we can project. Thank you so much for taking good care of me and for accompanying me. This trip will have been very boring and confusing if not for you. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. We'll have a conference coming up online on the 8th
It's on 9th of
November.
November.
You send a message to +234 8021219262 to send you the flyer and how to register. Coincidentally, Ufoma is the head of the European technical team of Dr. Charles Apoki Media Outreaches.
My birthday is actually on the 9th of November as well.
9th of November.
Yeah.
Wow, I remember that day. I remember that day. I remember that day. You know, I take all my deliveries. So I remember that I delivered you, I circumcised you, and all that. It's a thing of joy for a father. When I wear the same size of shoes with you guys, this is something you should pray for, something you should have in your family. God bless you. We are going to talk about, there's something we are going to talk about that I forgot. But in the next video, it will come up. We'll talk about some issues. Dr. Apoki and Dr. Charles Apoki and his friend, Dr. Ofoma Apoki in Barcelona. God bless you.